In today's movie, we are playing a character named Noura. You'll see a boy and he's a boy to a man. She is becoming a man from a boy. What happens to him on the journey? People will see further in this video, so let's see this. Let's start the movie at the beginning of this movie. In the film we see Noura, who is her. He looks much younger than he is inside. He had grown up, but he was still in his. I used to go to the ladies' hammam with my mother, but Noura is no longer a child and her thinking. Noura's friends are also changing in age. They're much bigger than him and those people are in the street. He used to tease the girl, that's why Noura's dad wanted Noura away from those boys. But still most of the time Noura is her, stays with friends whenever these. The boys were stopped by the village head of Sheikh Mukhtar. When he tried, these people ran to the high roof. Noura used to climb in when his friends. She goes to the terrace with her, where she works. He looks at the women and hides them. One day Noura listens to her words. Collect empty bottles together with friends. But then a drunkard came in front of him. These people carry these empty bottles. These butts go to the liquor store. These people made some money by selling but. Noura's friends Munsaf and Munir. We did not pay for a shop here. The owner looks at Ali and something from Noura, asks to deliver the goods. A man named Noura Salih about the goods. I started going to see Salih here. Sing to him who is a cobbler and I love listening to stories. As soon as Noura Salih arrives with the goods near Salih, he tells her he's writing a play and the name of her play is Laughter in the Dark. Noor likes Salih's words very much. That's why he talks to Salih a lot, but then a woman comes here who is a sister-in-law. Salih Noura was supposed to act in the play, asking her to stay outside and taking that woman. Goes in, poor Noura doesn't know this. He wasn't writing a play and the woman wasn't even an actress that night. People look at Mukhtar and Noura's father. Those people were beating Noura a lot here, because Noura often with her friends. He used to chase girls on the street, but Noura's mother came here and stopped them. She then takes Noura from here, tells Noura the story of a man-eater. In the story she says a man-eating virgin. Noura used to drink the blood of girls very carefully. Listens to that story and the same stories. The next day we get lost in Noura's. Let's look at father who corrects Noura. For him to work in a barber shop. I'm going to send it to you while working here. Noura sees some people who are here. They were protesting against the government. All those who were protesting. While he was being arrested, a Colombo named. The policeman of the Yahweh comes here who is a Yusuf. I was looking for a man named Hello. Noura to her friend Munir and her mother. He tells after listening to Noura's words. She gets upset because she feels like it. It was like there would be riots in the country again, and the dictatorship of the president of this country. It has started one day in the shop of Salih. Mukhtar sees Noura as Salih always drinks. Kay is drunk, so Mukhtar gets Noura. I don't like sitting here, but here no matter how much alcohol she drinks, but he doesn't let Noura touch the alcohol. Then a man beats Monsaf. Brings it to the fore of Salih because Monsfoy. He had teased the girls of his locality. The man came here and misbehaved with Salih too, but here with Salih in his village. And he was accompanied by Ali. Seeing this, the man gets scared in the meantime here. A woman named Latifa comes here to see Latifa. Seeing all the men's attention, quarrels. Latifa goes towards Latifa Noura. She is related to Noura's mother. I had brought a lot of things here but Noura's. The father neither likes addiction nor his. Noura also saw Latifa. I was getting attracted to him right here and there. This was what Noura's father had to say, like Latifa. It is not right for a divorced woman to live in this house. Is Noura's mom somehow trying to get her husband? She says Latifa if here, then she will help me in the work. Hearing this, Noura's father agrees, but Noura's father in front of his wife. He tries to be as good as he can. It's good, no, don't you know this soon? I saw my father with a girl. Apart from him in his father's shop, he had also found magazines that he had in his. And he took them with his friends. Look at pictures printed in magazines. I thought he would say this to Monsaf Noura that day. Go and see the women in the hammam and come and see us. Tell them about Noura going to the hammam. I didn't like it, but because of what Mons said, Noura now insists on going there. From taking the hammam's mistress, Noura, inside. They say no because it's just women. It was allowed, but for these people, Noura. So I was just a kid, that's why Noura's mum used to him. The women present here go inside. Noura would come and tell her friends about it. One day Noura sees her aunt a lot. She's behaving weirdly and she's crazy. She's screaming as if there's someone inside her. The soul has entered to heal it. Mukhtar comes here again after a few days. Mukhtar comes here, but this time an orphan girl named Layla with her. He wanted Noura's family here. Adopt this girl like this. It was said that because of an evil spirit, Layla, your family is dead and your house. There is also a shadow of a soul in me, so that evil. To exorcise the soul to Noura's mother, Layla has to be kept here and put her here. Noura's mother will now have to teach her household chores. Noura makes Layla do a lot of work. Everyone was watching. On the other hand, Noura was also. He sees the police attacking his villagers. Arrested for protesting, but Noura's attention is out of the way. He goes to the butcher of the village here from Noura. When Latifa asks about Noura, I remember my mother's story. Here he was thinking of the butcher as a man-eater and Latifa was looking at her instead of a virgin. He took a gift from the butcher for Latifa, but he goes ahead and gives that gift. Throws it in the garbage heap because he was worried about Latifa here. Here's a look at Noura's little one at home. In the meantime, preparations were being made for the brother's circumcision. He went to Latifa and kissed her. He asks for it through the roof. That Chungam starts going to the house of Sali. It was Sali who gave the task of bringing it to Noura, and Munir gave the task of bringing Latifa's clothes. Here we see Noura's father. She is also trying to get closer to Latifa now. Noura doesn't like what they were doing. Soon there are some women in Noura's house. Latifa comes here to stay for Noura. When Noura gets a chance to go, Latifa was given a letter written by Sali. Latifa says that she is close to Sali. Noura will never go to all the women in the house. He was sitting in the middle of these women. The words and their actions looked quite strange. At the same time, Noura's father comes here, and by taking Noura into the room, it explained to a man in the midst of women. Noura should not stay outside the house anymore. After sending Noura's father himself, those women. Let's start listening to Noura Sali's talk here. Latifa goes close and tells him the answer. Sali didn't like hearing this and Noura drives away from here. Now Noura drives her home. Preparations for the function go to Noura's house. It starts right here in Noura's mind. The story of the man was still going on. Noura again in the hammam with those women. The hammam's mistress goes to stop him again. She tries, but Noura's mother's. Because of that he goes in again, but shortly after, a woman slapped Noura on her face. After seeing the movement, he was kicked out of there crying. Noura goes to the terrace, but when she performs the function, when he sees the preparation, he is alone in a room. Her mother thinks of hiding in her. She keeps looking for him, but Noura doesn't want him anywhere. He doesn't meet Layla after some time. She says that they found Noura and brought her home. Even after searching for a long time, Layla. In the meantime, Munsafi and Munir teases Layla on seeing her. Sali also came here to take part in. Everyone here asked him to sing. Through the song he loves Latifa. Latifa expresses what she says right here. I was in another room with other women. She says no in response through the song itself. Listening to these songs, Noura's father felt like this. Latifa seems to be rejecting his love. No one here for a long time. As soon as his brother's circumcision, he completes Layla in a room. Layla finds him sleeping, not from sleep. She wakes up when Noura's eyes open. I see that all the guests have left. After he goes to his roof again on the roof. After leaving, he sees Latifa Sali. She has gone nearby and what sister-in-law wanted. Noura knows that Latifa, knowing that she was no longer a virgin, she was very happy, relieved because now the man-eater Latifa. I couldn't do anything when I returned home that night. Noura looks at Layla and he looks at her. Latifa Sali got married here. I was trying to persuade her to do that. On the other hand, it was thinking that the man-eater now will not hurt Latifa but Layla, because she's the only virgin left here. Here Ali's liquor shop was sealed. Goes because freedom in Ali's shop. People who thought of it used to come to Sali. He is also threatened here because he too. Only when Noura thinks of freedom does she understand this. Women stay indoors. Men are as free as they are outside. Because no one in this country has their own. Noura can't think free about this. He was also sad that he could no longer go to the hammam. Maybe now he was thinking that he would never be able to do it again. Not a girl or a woman. When he returns home at night, he will be able to see again. Once he tried to get close to Layla. But he can't do that here. Sali didn't drink alcohol since the shop was closed. She was getting it, so she drank a cup of syrup now. Started when he got drunk back from there. On the way, he met the president. Some lines are written in praise. They erase those lines and think of freedom. Writes about Sali now safe. When she reached home, Noura went to her house. He's here once again to come to Layla's. He tries to get closer, but Layla. I didn't let him touch myself again. The next day, Sali was also arrested. Because he wrote against the president. He would say this to Noura before going to jail, that he waited for her from Latifa. Because Noura wasn't a child anymore. That's why he observes the things that happen around him. He could understand that he was sitting comfortably thinking about it. When does a child become a man? Noura knew that the journey to becoming a man. Noura is quite different from her thinking now in the hammam. He doesn't want to go, so I need to give him a bath. The work is given to Layla. Noura is already there. He was attracted to Layla, so Layla wanted to fulfill his intentions. But as she did so, Noura's mother looked at her. Seeing this, Noura's mother Layla takes this from. She said she was fired from work the next day. Today will be the last in this house of Layla. It's night and today Noura finds him, the one he had been looking for the next morning. Mukhtar comes to pick up Layla, saying that he was paid for his work here. It goes from now that Noura is really big. Hearing all this from Mukhtar's mouth, Noura's father tries to kill her. But now Noura had changed and the house had changed. People had also changed now because whatever people, they were all afraid of Noura's father now. They are not afraid because they are no longer afraid of freedom. She wants to live and talk about Noura's father. No one was convinced. I am very happy and this is where the movie ends. You get us for such movies. Be sure to like and videos like. Please subscribe to my channel. See you in our next video.